going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Amazing Dads One Take. So if you haven't seen the video before this one, I suggest that you go back and watch that one because it's a follow-up to a reason why I was late or I wasn't able to make it to the store before I took my son to his basketball game. So I was on my way. I wanted to get to the store before I went to my son's basketball game so that, for one, was not too late after my son's basketball game, and I was getting stuff for my daughters for Valentine's Day for my daughters. So I was cooking their favorite dinner. All right, so that's just a short little footnote as to what's leading to the story. So my daughters were asleep, okay? And I mean, we're in the process, me and my wife, of potty training the oldest daughter. She's 3. So we're about there. Side note, girls are the worst to train with potty training. The worst. Terrible. If I could have like a omit to potty training girls, I would gladly pass it up. I will bypass that by all means necessary. Boys, easy. Easiest thing in my life. Easier than learning how to drive a car. Easy. Maybe hard for some people, easy for some others. It was easy. I got them done in 2 days. Right. So, but daughters, the girls, oh, terrible. Now, with that in mind, she was asleep from picking up my younger son from school, and we was just hanging out and whatnot at the house. And she was still asleep when we went to go pick up my older son from school, since he's in middle school, because about an hour gap between picking up my younger son from school and my older son. So we on the way. We get my older son from school. We're at home. I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna get to the store early because I want to feel like I'm rushing, so that we go to the store, pick up what we need, and then we go to your game. Boom. Then we get home. Boom. We have dinner, and then that's it for the night. I ain't trying to throw nothing off, and I be like, I forgot something, or I gotta go back out and get something, because that could have been a time where, if I didn't get nothing or I didn't get all the things I needed when I first went to the store, was my original intention, then I can might pick up maybe 1 or 2 things, and I wouldn't be in the store for an extended period of time. Cool. Now, the daughter. She wakes up. As I'm trying to get her ready to get into the car. When she cries, she's in distraught. Her bladder can't hold nothing. So whatever is on at that moment, it's done for. Jeans, sweatpants, whatever underwear is on. I may just put it back in pull-ups at this point because it can't hold nothing. She can't hold nothing. So she does. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to change her, and then hopefully by that time I can get her, and then boom. Now, the funny situation that happens in the process of doing this was, I tell my oldest son to, hey, get her some, extra pair of underwear, so that if she pees on herself, I have an extra pair, I have some sweatpants in the car, we can change her, and then we can go on about it, and then whatever happens, we're prepared. So he was good in the sense that he got the stuff. Cool. He goes, gets stuff, puts it in the car. Cool. I put my daughter in the car, and then she's mad because she just woke up. She's irritable. She's fussing about anything and everything. I mean, she was fussing about putting shoes on. She was fussing about putting pants on. I'm like, it's cold outside. And second of all, I wasn't trying to pick you up as soon as we got to the gym and bring you inside. When I got a whole other 1-year-old that's going to run away at any given moment. Not doing it. So she she's fussing at this point. She gets put in the car, and she's crying. Crying so much to the point where, like I said earlier, if she cries, she's in distress. The bladder lets it all go. And the funny situation that happened was when I told my son to put the underwear in the car, he puts the underwear on the very seat that she was sitting on. I thought he would put in the trunk, maybe the back of the car, like in the trunk of the car. No, he put it on the very back seat where she's gonna lay down. Where she getting the car at? The same as that spot. What happened? The bladder let loose. What was wet, y'all? Everything. Seat wet. Spare underwear wet. Her underwear wet. Jeans wet. I'm just like, you can't make this stuff up. I'm like, I didn't expect for the underwear to be in the very same spot where she would lay her butt down, cry over it, and pee this. I'm like, oh my God. So, took her back out the car, get in the house, fuss over putting on underwear. Well, she didn't fuss about the underwear. She fussed about the pants. She fussed about what shoes to put on. I'm like, at this point, what shoes you want to put on? You want to put your boots on? You want to put these shoes on? Now, the shoes are so small, she has to curl up her toes in order to put these shoes on. She liked them so much, she was going to risk damaging her toes to put these shoes on at this point. I was like, you know what? You do what you want to do. It's your toes. You can have your toes and take it with you. I was just like, they ain't my toes. They're your toes. They're your 3-year-old crooked toes like this when you put them in. So, at this point, I was like, well, we might as well go ahead and go to the gym because the game's going to be starting. And by the time we get there, they're probably going to be ready to get y'all and y'all starting roles or whatnot. So, you know what? We're just going to go straight to the gym. Hopefully, my son was motivated to, playing that game because he does get a little excited about playing. He enjoys it. I think he does. He seems like he is. But like I said in my previous video, when you go to some of these 7 and 8-year-old, even 8 or 9, you can kind of see the amount of work that the kids themselves might have put in, or you can even tell how much the parents are putting on these kids for them to be good. And at this age, I'm not expecting the kids to be at a point where they're on a travel team and they're trying to play for the varsity team or whatnot. And it's cool that, or it's good that they're at so far advanced, but I don't want him to be so indulged in the sport that he loses the love for it. So I just want him to play it just for the fact that he likes to play it. That's all that I'm trying to get to him at his age. Now, I'm not really thinking about getting him seriously invested into the game. Probably not until he's like maybe teenage years, maybe like 13, 14. Now, I'm not saying that that's where we start, hammering down like, okay, we gotta do drills, training, conditioning, all that stuff. I feel like over the years we can still work on those things. We can still incorporate those things into like just going to the gym, learning some things, and then I may do some drills with them, but I'm not going to be out here hammering down, what he needs to do here, what he got to do here, doom. It's not my job. My job is to, at first, make sure that he likes to do it, love to do it, because I don't want him to lose. Like you said, I don't want him to lose the love for the game that I like to play as well, and I want him to first love it and then next, make a profit off of it if he wants to, travel down that road. And I'm fine with whatever he decides to do. I mean, it's not necessarily going to break my heart if he decides to not play ball anymore. He is not going to be disowned from the family because, you know, you didn't want to do basketball, you ain't my son no more. You know, I'm not that type of, you know, parent. And I'm not going to love him any less if he decides to, you know, go a different route, you know, because with the ever changing world that we got going on, with the way tech is going, with the way science is going, you know, even the way with sports was going, he may not necessarily be in the sports on a professional level. He may go at it at a different route, and he may like that route a lot more. You know, he could be a trainer, he could be a coach, who knows? So it's pretty much my take, or just a snippet of what I deal with on a day-to-day basis with my children, from a 13-year-old all the way down to the one. So you can see the gap, and you can see the, the ages that I deal with, from 13 to 7 to 3 to 1. And we're a fun bunch, I'll say. It's a ride. It's a ride, you know. All this. But that's all I really have for y'all today, and I say tune in for the next one. I have some more stories for y'all, just some things that goes on throughout the day. If you have any questions about anything you want to hear from a father's perspective, please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, y'all hold it down. And I do sell some shirts. I don't have a shirt on right now, but if you would like to get you a shirt, just hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I make sure I get the information to you. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.